Affirmation serves as a gentle anchor, especially in moments when the familiar mindset begins to resurface. In those instances, pause and consciously shift to an empowering thought. All is well, and wellness expands with every moment as the natural rhythm of life flows effortlessly toward greater harmony. With each breath, the essence of well-being deepens, rippling out into every aspect of existence. Challenges dissolve into opportunities for growth, and the unfolding of each moment reveals an ever-expanding capacity for alignment and ease. The energy of wellness is constant, gently magnifying itself as focus and intention align with its flow, creating a reality that reflects balance and fulfillment. Today's affirmation:
all is well, and wellness expands with every moment. As I move through each moment, I can sense the gentle rhythm of life carrying me forward, effortlessly guiding me toward greater ease and alignment. Even when challenges arise, there's a quiet knowing within me that everything is working out in ways I may not fully understand yet. I remind myself that wellness is my natural state, and with every breath, I allow it to expand in me and around me. It's like a warm light, growing brighter with each thought. I focus on what feels steady, supportive, and uplifting. I am not separate from this flow of well-being. It is always here, patiently waiting for me to tune in and let it flourish. With each passing day, I notice how this sense of wellness ripples through every area of my life. My body feels more vibrant, my mind clearer, and my emotions more balanced. I see how even small choices to focus on peace and appreciation create a momentum that builds on itself. Wellness isn't just something I experience. It's something I radiate, and I see it reflected back to me in the smiles of others, in unexpected moments of synchronicity, and in the quiet beauty of the world around me. The more I trust in this expansion, the more it reveals itself in ways that fill me with calm and confidence. Truly, all is well, and wellness continues to grow, opening doors to experiences that feel aligned, purposeful, and deeply fulfilling.
Thought transforming. Expanded awareness. Mindful insights. Conscious creating. Whether it's a shift in perspective, a spark of inspiration, or a powerful reminder of your own creative power, Talk Tells invites you to dive deep into the unseen forces shaping our lives, and how to consciously create the experiences we desire. We'll uncover the subtle energies that influence our reality, and explore how aligning with these forces can transform our intentions into tangible outcomes.
How would your life change if you realized your thoughts are the blueprint and your emotions are the energy that brings them to life? What would it mean to you to recognize your outer world as a direct mirror of your inner state? How could your reality evolve if you remembered that the universe responds to your energy, not just your words? What might you attract if you believed alignment requires allowing, rather than effort? Your thoughts are magnetic, pulling experiences that align with their vibration.
Welcome to Infinite Consciousness, Talk Tells. Thank you for joining us. We're thrilled to have you here.
Today, we're diving into a transformative concept that can completely shift the way you approach life, releasing the ideas of achieving and earning, and embracing the art of allowing. Take a moment to pause whatever you are doing, breathe deeply, and let's explore this profound shift together. Let's begin by reflecting on words that are used daily. Consider the words often used to frame the human experience. Words like achieve and earn. These aren't just passive descriptors. They are symbols of a mindset, a collective belief system that has guided countless lives for generations. From the time people are young, they are taught to work hard to achieve their dreams or to earn what they desire. These phrases are celebrated as markers of ambition and perseverance. But what if this familiar narrative, while well-meaning, creates an unnecessary barrier to the natural state of well-being that everyone is inherently meant to experience? What if, instead of striving to achieve or earn, one was simply meant to allow? The concept of allowing offers a profound shift in understanding. It moves away from the effort and struggle implied by achieving and earning, and focuses instead on alignment and receptivity. Allowing recognizes that well-being is not a prize to be won or a condition to be earned. It is the default state, the essence of existence, available to anyone who chooses to embrace it. Allowing begins with recognizing inherent worthiness. Unlike the ideas of earning or achieving, which often carry an undertone of proving one's value, allowing begins with the premise that every individual is already enough. There is no need to prove, strive, or measure up. Instead, allowing requires a different kind of action. An action rooted in trust, openness, and alignment with the natural flow of life. This paradigm shift is not just about changing words. It is about transforming the vibration one carries. Words like achieve and earn often come with resistance, pressure, and the idea that success requires pushing against life's current. Allowing, in contrast, invites a sense of ease and flow. It is an acknowledgement that life is not a contest but a co-creative dance with the energy of the universe. When a person embraces the concept of allowing, they stop trying to force outcomes and instead become a deliberate observer of their desires. They understand that what they want is already in the process of coming into their experience. There is no need to struggle to achieve it or to prove they deserve it. The act of allowing means making space for those desires to manifest naturally. Consider this. When someone plants a seed in fertile soil, they do not stand over it, commanding it to grow or questioning whether it will. They simply allow the conditions of sunlight, water, and time to work their magic. The seed already has everything it needs to fulfill its purpose. It doesn't need to earn the right to grow. It is simply in its nature to do so. This analogy applies to the human experience of well-being. Each person's well-being is like that seed. It doesn't require force, it only requires favorable conditions. Those conditions are not external, they are internal. They are the alignment of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that signal readiness to receive. The idea of allowing is also deeply connected to the concept of self-worth. For generations, societies have taught that worth must be proven, often through accomplishments, accolades, or external validation. This belief has perpetuated a cycle of striving and conditional happiness, where joy is always tied to the next milestone or achievement. Allowing breaks this cycle. It reminds individuals that their worth is not conditional. It is innate. It is not something that can be diminished or increased by external factors. From this perspective, life's experiences are no longer about proving oneself, but about exploring, enjoying, and expanding. In practical terms, allowing can look like letting go of rigid timelines and self-imposed deadlines. It can mean stepping back from the hustle culture that glorifies burnout and learning to trust that things are unfolding in perfect timing. Allowing also means becoming more intentional about where attention and energy are directed. Instead of focusing on what is missing or what feels hard, one focuses on the feeling of having already received the desired outcome. This is not to say that effort has no place in the human experience. But the effort that aligns with allowing is inspired effort. It is the kind of action that feels natural, exciting, and joyful, not forced or burdensome. When a person is in alignment with allowing, their actions are fueled by enthusiasm and clarity rather than fear or obligation. Imagine, for example, someone who desires a fulfilling career. Under the traditional mindset of achieving and earning, they might push themselves relentlessly, working long hours, sacrificing personal well-being, and constantly questioning whether they are good enough. Under the framework of allowing, that same person would approach their desire differently. They would first clarify their vision of a fulfilling career and then focus on cultivating the emotional state that aligns with that vision. They might visualize themselves thriving in their ideal role, savoring the feeling of joy and accomplishment. From this place of alignment, the next steps would naturally reveal themselves. Opportunities would appear, connections would form, and inspired actions would feel effortless. This approach isn't about doing nothing or passively waiting for life to happen. It's about recognizing that true creation begins in the mind and heart. By aligning with the vibrational essence of what is wanted, individuals draw it to themselves with ease. The shift from achieving and earning to allowing also invites a new relationship with well-being. Many people think of well-being as something to be attained through hard work, healthy habits, or external circumstances. But well-being is not something outside of oneself. It is the natural state of being. It flows abundantly when resistance is released. To allow well-being is to stop resisting it. Resistance comes in many forms: negative self-talk, doubts about worthiness, fear of failure, and the belief that happiness must be earned. Allowing dissolves these barriers by reminding individuals of their innate connection to the source of all well-being. So, how does one begin the practice of allowing? It starts with a decision to let go of struggle. This doesn't mean abandoning goals or dreams. It means releasing the need to fight for them. It means trusting that what is desired is already on its way and that the path to receiving it is one of alignment, not effort. Practices like meditation, visualization, and intentional focus are powerful tools for fostering the state of allowing. They help quiet the mind, tune into the desired feelings, and cultivate the sense of ease that allows manifestations to unfold naturally. Ultimately, allowing is an invitation to live differently. It's an invitation to move through life with less resistance and more trust, to replace striving with flow, and to embrace the truth that well-being is not something to be achieved or earned. It is something to be allowed. This perspective challenges deeply ingrained societal norms, but it also offers profound freedom. It allows people to step off the treadmill of constant striving and into the peaceful knowing that they are already enough. Their dreams are already valid. Their well-being is already flowing. By letting go of achieve and earn and replacing them with allow, individuals open themselves up to a life of greater joy, abundance, and ease. And in doing so, they rediscover the beauty of their inherent worthiness and the infinite possibilities that come with simply allowing. Here's an important truth. You are a worthy being, not because of what you've done, how hard you've worked, or how much you've sacrificed. You are worthy simply because you exist. This might sound simple, but for many, it's a radical idea. Worthiness is a birthright, something granted simply by virtue of existence. This idea challenges deeply rooted beliefs. Society often teaches that worth must be proven through effort, achievement, or external validation. Success is painted as the ultimate measure of a person's value, and struggle is often glorified as a path to deservingness. But the universe operates on a very different principle. It does not adhere to a system of merit or reward. Instead, it operates on vibration and alignment. Well-being, abundance, and joy are not prizes to be won. They are states that naturally flow to those who align with them. Consider this. The sun does not shine selectively, offering its light only to those deemed deserving. The air does not reserve itself for those who have earned the right to breathe it. Nature operates without judgment, offering its abundance freely and unconditionally. This is the natural state of the universe, and every being is included in this generous flow. When this truth is fully understood, it has the power to liberate. The pressure to prove oneself, to constantly strive for worthiness, dissipates. There is no longer a need to measure personal value against external standards or chase achievements in the hope of feeling deserving. Instead, there is a deep sense of peace that comes from knowing that well-being is already assured. Worthiness is not something to be earned. It is a constant and changing state. The only requirement is to allow it. This means letting go of resistance in all its forms. Doubts about self-worth, beliefs in scarcity, and the fear that happiness must come at a cost. It means opening up to the flow of well-being that is already present, waiting to be received. Understanding this shift requires moving away from a mindset of striving and embracing one of alignment. Alignment is not about effort. It is about tuning into the vibration of what is desired. It is a state of harmony between one's thoughts, feelings, and the natural abundance of the universe. When individuals embrace their inherent worthiness, they no longer feel the need to struggle for what they want. They understand that their desires are valid simply because they exist. There is no need to justify or prove their value. Life becomes less about chasing external markers of success and more about enjoying the journey, exploring desires, and savoring the unfolding of experiences. This shift in perspective is not just freeing. It is transformative. It changes the way people relate to themselves and the world around them. It allows them to approach life with ease rather than resistance, trust rather than doubt, and joy rather than fear. By embracing their natural worthiness, individuals tap into the unconditional flow of well-being that has always been available to them. They become co-creators with the universe, allowing their desires to manifest effortlessly and joyfully. Ultimately, the truth of inherent worthiness is a reminder of the abundance and unconditional love that defines the universe. Like the sun that shines and the air that sustains, this well-being is always present, always flowing, and always available. The only requirement is to align with it and allow it to be received. In this understanding, the journey of life transforms. It is no longer a race to prove worth, but an exploration of possibilities, an unfolding of desires, and a celebration of the infinite well-being that is everyone's natural state. Now that we've established that you're inherently worthy, let's talk about learning how to embrace the practice of allowing. At its core, this process begins with a simple yet profound decision: to decide what you would like to experience in your life. Imagine, for a moment, your ideal life. What does it look like? How does it feel? Take the time to explore this vision with clarity. Envision the joy, the ease, the abundance, and the sense of fulfillment that comes with it. Allow yourself to fully immerse in the essence of this imagined reality, feeling as though it already exists. This act of deciding is a powerful starting point. It brings focus and intention to your desires, giving them shape and direction. However, the next step, allowing, is where transformation truly begins. Allowing means aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the essence of what you desire. It is not about forcing outcomes or engaging in endless struggle. Instead, it is about creating a state of harmony between your inner world and the external reality you wish to experience. For instance, if financial abundance is the desired experience, there is no need to chase after it frantically or operate from a place of lack and fear. Instead, the practice of allowing invites alignment with the feeling of abundance. This can involve appreciating the resources already present in your life, cultivating thoughts of prosperity, and taking inspired actions that feel natural and uplifting. In this state of alignment, opportunities, ideas, and resources begin to flow effortlessly. Rather than pushing against life, you find yourself guided toward paths that resonate with your desires. These actions, often referred to as inspired actions, feel joyful and purposeful, unlike actions driven by pressure or desperation. This principle is universal and applies to all areas of life, whether it's relationships, health, personal growth, or any other aspiration. In every instance, the process remains the same. 1. Decide, gain clarity on what you want. Imagine it fully, allowing the vision to take root in your heart and mind. 2. Align. Bring your thoughts, feelings, and actions into harmony with the essence of your desire. Focus on the joy and fulfillment it represents. 3. Allow, release resistance, and let the manifestation flow into your life naturally. Trust that what you seek is already on its way. It is important to note that allowing does not mean passivity. It is not about doing nothing or simply waiting for things to happen. Instead, it is about moving with ease and trust, guided by the natural momentum of your desires. Effort becomes inspired rather than forced, and the journey feels light rather than burdensome. For example, someone seeking a fulfilling relationship might focus on cultivating the feelings of love, connection, and joy within themselves first. They might visualize what it feels like to share their life with someone who aligns with their values and energy. From this place of alignment, they are more likely to attract opportunities and connections that reflect the essence of their desire. The beauty of deciding and allowing lies in its simplicity. There is no need for elaborate plans or exhaustive effort. The process is about becoming a vibrational match to what you want, trusting in the universal flow, and letting go of any resistance. By embracing this approach, life transforms from a constant struggle to an experience of co-creation. You shift from striving to thriving, from chasing outcomes to inviting them in. With each decision and act of alignment, you deepen your connection to the natural flow of well-being and abundance that is always available to you. Ultimately, the practice of deciding and allowing reminds us that life is not meant to be a struggle. It is an unfolding, a joyous dance of intentions, alignments, and manifestations. And with each step, you move closer to the fulfillment of your desires, effortlessly and naturally. You might be wondering, if allowing is so simple, why don't we all experience effortless well-being all the time? The answer lies in resistance. Resistance is the only thing that blocks the natural flow of well-being. It is not an external force, but an internal state, one that takes many forms. Doubt, fear, limiting beliefs, and a persistent focus on lack. These thoughts and emotions create vibrations that are out of alignment with the essence of one's desires. To visualize this, imagine a radio signal. When tuned to a frequency of doubt or fear, it is impossible to receive the music of joy, abundance, or clarity. The signal of well-being is always broadcasting, but resistance prevents it from being fully received. Fortunately, resistance is not a permanent state, nor is it something to fight against. In fact, attempting to resist resistance only amplifies it. Fighting negative thoughts, fears, or doubts often gives them more power, creating an endless cycle of struggle. Instead, resistance is best released by shifting focus. Rather than dwelling on what is wrong, missing, or unwanted, one can redirect attention to what is already abundant, joyful, and good in their life. This is not about ignoring challenges but about choosing to prioritize thoughts and feelings that align with well-being. For instance, if financial stress creates resistance, shifting focus might involve appreciating the financial stability that already exists, no matter how small it may seem. It could mean focusing on the opportunities that are present, the support available, or even the feeling of relief and security that abundance represents. This shift in focus does not eliminate challenges overnight, but it gradually softens resistance. Over time, the emotional and mental tuning adjusts, aligning more closely with the vibration of well-being. A helpful metaphor for understanding this process is to imagine a stream blocked by debris. The water, symbolizing well-being, is always there, ready to flow. The debris, representing resistance, merely obstructs its path. Clearing the debris doesn't create the water, it simply allows it to flow freely, as it was always meant to. Releasing resistance, then, is like clearing that stream. It involves identifying and letting go of the thoughts and beliefs that create blockages. This might look like replacing self-doubt with self-assurance, shifting fear into trust, or transforming a focus on scarcity into one of appreciation for abundance. One of the most powerful tools for releasing resistance is the practice of visualization. When individuals vividly imagine the feeling of what they desire, as if it is already part of their experience, they align their vibration with that reality. This alignment naturally dissolves resistance and opens the path for manifestations to flow. Another tool is the practice of appreciation. By acknowledging and savoring the good that already exists, even in the smallest moments, individuals foster an emotional state that is incompatible with resistance. Appreciation raises vibration, bringing it closer to the frequency of well-being. Ultimately, resistance is not an enemy or a failure. It is simply an indicator, a signpost pointing to areas where alignment can be strengthened. By viewing resistance in this way, it becomes an opportunity for growth and realignment rather than a source of frustration. Through the consistent practice of shifting focus and releasing resistance, the natural state of well-being becomes increasingly accessible. It is not something to be earned, chased, or fought for. Like the water in the stream, it has always been present, ready to flow. The process of clearing resistance simply allows what is already there to flourish. Understanding the role of resistance transforms the journey of life. It reminds us that struggle is not a requirement and that well-being is always within reach. By clearing the blocks, aligning with joy, and allowing the flow, life becomes a reflection of the ease, abundance, and fulfillment that is every individual's natural state. Let's get practical. How can the principle of allowing be incorporated into daily life? While the concept is rooted in simplicity, its integration can be deepened through intentional practices. These steps, though practical, are powerful tools to align with the natural flow of well-being. 1. Cultivate appreciation. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on what is already good in life. This could be anything from a comfortable home to a meaningful relationship, or even a beautiful sunrise. This practice shifts focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. By consistently cultivating appreciation, one naturally aligns with the vibration of abundance and opens the door to receiving more of it. 2. Visualize with feeling. Visualization is more than imagining. It's about immersing oneself in the feelings associated with the desired experience. Take a few minutes daily to picture an ideal life. Focus not just on the specifics, but on how living that life feels: joyful, free, abundant, or peaceful. Let these emotions fill the present moment, creating a vibrational match to the reality being sought. 3. Follow joy. Emotions serve as an internal guidance system. Pay attention to what feels good, exciting, or inspiring, and make space for more of it in life. Whether it's a hobby, a conversation, or a simple walk in nature, these moments of joy create alignment. Following joy is not about avoiding responsibility, but about making choices that resonate with inner harmony. 4. Release limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, such as "I'm not good enough" or "this is too hard," are common forms of resistance. When such thoughts arise, recognize them as old patterns rather than truths. Replace them with empowering thoughts like "I am worthy" or "this is unfolding perfectly." Over time, this shift in perspective dissolves resistance and strengthens alignment. 5. Be present. Allowing occurs in the present moment, where life is truly lived. When fully present, attention is not consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. In the here and now, there is no resistance, only the possibility of receiving what is desired. Practices like mindfulness or deep breathing can help anchor awareness in the present. These practices are not about effort, struggle, or rigid discipline. Instead, they are gentle shifts that encourage alignment with the natural flow of well-being. Each step invites ease, clarity, and joy into daily life. By consistently integrating these steps, one gradually becomes more attuned to the frequency of abundance and joy. Life begins to flow more smoothly, and desires manifest with greater ease. Allowing is not about forcing outcomes, but about creating the conditions for well-being to flourish naturally. It's a practice of trust, presence, and alignment, one that opens the door to a life of effortless fulfillment. Remember, these practices are not about effort or struggle. They're about gently aligning yourself with the flow of well-being that is already available to you. As we near the end of today's episode, one simple yet profound truth stands as a guiding reminder. You are a worthy being, and well-being is your natural state. To reinforce this truth, consider this powerful affirmation. I am a worthy being, and well-being is my natural state. I choose to allow my desires to flow to me with ease. This affirmation serves as a gentle anchor, especially in moments when the familiar mindset of I need to achieve, or I need to earn begins to resurface. In those instances, pause and consciously shift to the empowering thought. I choose to allow. The universe, after all, does not respond to effort or struggle. It responds to vibration. It reflects back the energy and alignment that is projected. When aligned with the vibration of a desired experience, whether it be joy, abundance, love, or freedom, the universe orchestrates the most delightful and often unexpected pathways for its manifestation. This is not about passivity, but about stepping into trust and flow. It is about embracing the truth that you do not need to prove your worth or fight for your desires. Your rule is to align with the feeling of having already received them, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. In this state of alignment, life becomes less about striving and more about enjoying. It becomes a co-creative dance with the energies of abundance and joy that are ever present. Let this understanding guide you forward, knowing that you are always supported by the flow of well-being that is yours by nature.
Thank you for tuning in to Talk Tells. If you found value in today's episode, we'd love for you to share it with someone who could use a vibrational reset. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, remember, your vibration is your invitation. Make it one that welcomes the life you truly want. Be well and keep shining.